Hi everyone, thank you for checking out my video. Um, I'm a big fan of Tears for Fears. Been a fan for a long time. I want to pay tribute to the band with this video, and hopefully shine a light on some of the stuff that you don't know about it. And I want to uh, apologize before uh, because the video is a little it's very amateur actually compared to others that you see on YouTube. But I recorded one that it was more professional about a year ago, and it was taken down by YouTube because I had music, images, and sounds, and the copyright infringement kicked in, and it was taken down. So I decided to record another one, and with no sound, just amateurish. So hopefully more people will watch, and it's not going to be taken down by YouTube. Anyways, I'm a big fan of the band. I've been a fan for a long time, since The Big Chair, and I've seen the band many times live. They are awesome live. They never disappoint. I The main reason why I'm recording this video is because I believe that Roland Orzabal and Tears for Fears is a fairly underrated band. They did enjoy a big deal of fame in the 80s with The Big Chair, sold millions and millions of copies, but the band evolved, and the sound changed for the best, I believe. And oftentimes I don't think that they are recognized as the important band that they are. So I decided to record this video with the theme of my favorites and my best favorites and my least favorites. And I know that a lot of you guys are out there are going to disagree with my choices. And I don't like you to comment or send any messages. I'm probably not going to read them. Again, this is just my personal taste. And so let's just start with my least favorite. I don't like that word, but it's just the one that I just really don't listen as much as I listen to the others. The Hurting. Too light for me. I like more heavy sounds, more bass. And it just doesn't really do much. It's got a lot of like a Pac-Man video game sounds in it. I just, it's got a couple of good ones, but it's very popular. But it's just really doesn't do much. I hardly listen to it. Moving on to Everybody Loves a Happy Ending. Great album, solid. If you're a fan of the Beatles music, you're probably going to enjoy this CD if you don't know it. It's got a lot of Beatles-esque sounds. I'm not a fan of the Beatles much. I do like Revolver a lot, but I prefer Paul McCartney's solo work. But this album, if you enjoy the Beatles, check it out. It's so good. Everybody Loves a Happy Ending, the title track, Closest Thing to Heaven, Who Killed Tangerine, Secret World, 100% Beatles right here. But very well done, not like copy their style. Moving on to Elemental. Love this album. It's got my favorite Tears for Fears song of all time, Good Night Song. The single was Elemental. It was a good song, but Good Night Song should have been the single for this album, and it could have been a different outcome in terms of sales in popularity. It was well received and promoted. Elemental was a good video, and they played it a lot on MTV. But it's just it was so good. I believe that Mercury Records at this point was tired of Tears for Fears, and they also wanted another big share, and they didn't get it, and they just tossed it aside. Like it deserves a more recognition. Moving on to Raul on Epic Records, another record company that didn't get Tears for Fears. They probably also wanted another big share. They didn't get it, and they just didn't care for it. This album and the outtakes and the B-sides, whatever, is altogether about 17 to 18 songs, probably less, probably more, something like that. Roland could have done 2 albums out of this. This album really deserves your attention. You know, a second look. It's got Me and My Big Ideas, a duet with Olita Adams. Beautiful song. The arrangement is just grandiose. Just, I mean, phenomenal. It's got some rock, hard, cool songs like Don't Drink the Water. The title is a little pretentious, I think, and yeah, it's got some odd parts. I do agree. Reading some of the other people's opinions and reviews, it's true. I agree, but overall, I mean, I'm telling you, it's got about 18 songs. So you know, you gotta also think about the number of good ones, and it's got poor reviews and 2 stars and whatnot. It's just I cannot disagree more. It's on my top three. Moving on to, it, The Big Chair, with the mega hit, The World, Shout, Head Over Heels, another one of my personal songs, Head Over Heels, no doubt. This is a great album. This is just, enough said. Everybody loves this album. But I gotta say, my personal favorite, my number one is right here, The Seeds of Love, recorded in 1989. Super, super layered, busy. If you enjoy listening to music with headphones, this is an album that you have to have, that you have to listen. The Year of the Knife, what a song. It's like 8 minutes or 11 minutes, something like that. It's just phenomenal, rocking hard, and just so well recorded too. It's got many session musicians and famous people. Advice for the young at heart. Great album, super solid. And again, I have this Mobile Fidelity Lab version of it on vinyl. I do have a decent turntable, and it kind of sounds a little different than CD. I like the sound of this one against the one on the CD. Sounds kind of like you hear more little things panning, left or right type thing on this one than the CD. And I mean, just a great album. Right behind me, I have old, authentic, original Recording Industry of America commemorative frames right there, signed to out to K-Rock, The Seeds of Love, in the middle, Elemental, and right by the edge, The Big Chair. I really want to meet sometime the band and ask him to sign Elemental or The Big Chair, because The Seeds of Love, the one on the edge, is already signed to K-Rock by the band. I got it on eBay. It was just like, it's my most precious Tears for Fears piece of memorabilia that I owned. Before I leave you, I want to kind of mention a couple of odd things. Number one, Roland's solo album that came out in 9/11, Tomcats. Give it a listen. It's super solid. It's got a song, Hey Andy. It's kind of like a drum and bass kind of. Excellent track. It went nowhere because it was 9/11. Many great albums that came out that Thursday, if you recall, got forgotten, and this is one of them. This is a phenomenal album, and is really a testament of Roland Orzabal's music abilities. He is really a true genius. And I want to also mention a CD that I found years and years ago at a dollar store, something like that, or like a discount bin, and they had a CD player to listen to it. I never knew anything about the band. Ned's Atomic Dustbin. I don't know from where. It's a Sony music record, and I picked it up, and the first song right away, I was like, "Wow, they sound a lot like Tears for Fears, like Roland Orzabal." And so this is a promo. It's not the original cover of the album. It's called Brain Blood Volume, and it's the first track. The guy sounds 100% like Roland Orzabal. I wouldn't even be surprised that it's actually Roland Orzabal with like a secret band or something like that. But if you check it out on YouTube, it's Ned's Atomic Dustbin. Anyways, that's enough. And I want to thank you for listening. I'm recording this during quarantine in Boston for coronavirus. It's going to end soon, I hope. It's kind of like a downtime for me. So this is probably the best time to record this. Thank you again for watching. And I hope that you get a chance to check out some of the songs in the albums that I recommended. And again, I'm completely sure that a lot of people are not gonna disagree with my taste. They're all great albums. It's all great music, but it's just some of them I believe that is better than the other. All right, so thanks again, and stay safe, stay healthy, be safe, and I'll see you next time, maybe. Adios.